Good morning. Buenos dias. Yes, my name is Jim Tagliatela, and I'm here this morning with my wife Sue. She's way over hidden in the corner. Um, like Pastor said, this church has supported us for 30 years, and we've been actually on the field for 28 years, and I can tell you that God has done a lot of amazing things in our lives, a lot of amazing things in the ministry, and I want you to know that it's something that my wife and I have done together, because I couldn't have done nothing without the Lord's help, but also with my wife's help. And so God's blessed us abundantly. You folks have supported us all those years. That's just as amazing as us being there for all those years. And that we're just really thankful. We had a video, but I guess it's not working. But I wanted to share with you just a couple of things that God has done. We went over there to start working in the villages in the region of Aragon, which is up in the northeast. We started evangelizing in villages, and we did that for about 15 years. And today, there are three small churches in three of the villages that we've worked in, and we had a little bit of a part of that. But just like you folks, we played our part, and then now there's other people who are actually having these church services in three of the villages that we evangelized in. And then about 15 years ago, it was probably, about 15 years ago, had an opportunity to be an interim pastor in a church in the city. And then a couple of years after that, we started a church. And in the city of Zaragoza, a city of about 700,000 people. And we've been doing that since 2012. And we currently have 3 elders that are in charge of the ministry over there, 3 deacons that are officially serving, and God has we've seen a whole bunch of people, dozens and dozens of people get saved and get baptized, and all this we've been able to do because we don't have to worry about our finances. God every month provides through the offerings of the churches that support us, including you folks, and we're very thankful for that. And I just want to, there's a verse that I try and read on a regular basis, and I think this is something that we have as I have as my own personal testimony of God, and I would like to think that every person here who knows Jesus Christ as their Savior could say the same thing. I'm 67 years old. I don't feel like I'm at the end of my life, but we're getting a little bit closer. Those of you who are my age and older, you know that day is coming. And I just want to repeat the words that Joshua said at the end of his ministry in Joshua chapter 23 and verse 14. He says, "Behold, this day I am going the way of all the earth, and you know in all your hearts and in all your souls that not one thing hath failed of all the good things which the Lord your God spake concerning you. All are come to pass unto you, and not one thing hath failed thereof." And God has been amazingly faithful to us. My wife and I, we've been married for 44 years. God has blessed our marriage. We have 4 children who are all married to wonderful people. We have 10 grandkids, and God has been faithful in our marriage. God has been faithful in our family, and God has been faithful in the work of the ministry over there in Spain. And we appreciate all of you folks. We appreciate all of you who have contributed financially. We appreciate everyone who has prayed. And I want you to know that I pray for your church. And we just ask that God would continue to do amazing things in this church. And honestly, looking out on the congregation, I'm reminded of the congregation that we have there in Zaragoza. We have probably 12 different nations represented in our congregation. We have from Hungary, we have from Romania, we have from Cuba, Venezuela, Colombia, and I can't remember all of them at this time, but I counted it one day, and we have 10, 11, maybe 12 different nations, including the United States, that we're the ones from the United States. Honduras is another one. And so God has done amazing things, and that's what he wants. He wants to be praised by all nations, and that's why, even though we went to Spain, God has allowed us to, obviously Spaniards are in our church too. That makes sense, right? And so, again, we just want to thank you for all of your participation with us, collaboration with us in the ministry. God bless you.